Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my Wednesday night edition of Facebook Live at Night. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Wednesday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight, right after my National Day calendar segment, I will have my famous birthday segment for you all, where it features our famous people who were born on this day. And also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we are expecting for tomorrow, which is Thursday, for your Friday, the upcoming weekend, and on to the first half of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Wednesday night as we conclude yet another day. Hard to believe we are halfway done with the week. We are halfway finished. We are halfway done with this week already, even though it's a short week. And keep in mind that day before yesterday was Monday, Labor Day. And of course, today, actually, this is a relatively short week, with the Labor Day holiday being on Monday. That will be the day before yesterday. Of course, yesterday was the first day. All of us headed back to either work or school. And of course, today we're just we're in the middle of this first few week of September. It's only the 3rd of September, and we just get past tomorrow and Friday, and weekend is here. So how are things coming? How are things coming along so far with you? And how are things coming along so far for you guys? Is it going to as we start September? Well, what else do I need to say? Let's get into this. Today was U.S. Bowling League Day, and also today was Today was U.S. Bowling League Day, and also today was National Welsh Rarebit Day. And my featured National Day holiday is that today was U.S. Bowling League Day. Each year, league bowlers across the United States recognize U.S. Bowling League Day on this day, September 3rd. Hashtag U.S. Bowling League Day. Primarily an outdoor sport until around 1840, the game was called nine pins and was popular with gamblers. To snuff out the gambling, the state of Connecticut banned the game in 1841. As a result, indoor lane owners added one pin to their alleys to circumvent the law. Clubs tried organizing and creating set rules. However, it wasn't until 1895 when the American Bowling Congress clubs tried organizing and creating set rules. However, it wasn't until 1895 when the American Bowling Congress came together at Beethoven Hall in New York City. The American Bowling Congress established a maximum score of 300, which still stands today. They also determined other rules such as line length, widths, and distances between pins. Turkey. The term turkey describes when a bowler successfully throws 3 strikes in a row. Before the lanes became as slick and beautiful as they are today, getting consecutive strikes was difficult. Around the late 1800s, at Thanksgiving time, alleys and clubs would offer turkeys to players who bowled 3 strikes in a row. As the holiday neared, taking home a prize turkey after a fun night of bowling would sure top off the evening. It seems this may be the source of the term for achieving 3 strikes in a game. In some particularly rousing account from the 30th of November 1894, the Standard Union out of Brooklyn, New York suggested that the Lobster Bowling Club could have been a mistake for a college football game. They had made such a ruckus. The two teams collaborated so much during their turkey The two teams collaborated The two teams collaborated so much during their turkey contest that they carried into the street. In the wee hours of the morning, two teammates carried the turkey dangling from a pole up the street as they all sang. The story never reported who won the turkey. Today, leagues of men, women, and mixed teams of all ages play in bowling competitions around the world. Weekly league bowling provides a fun time as well as great physical activity. Here's how to observe. Gather a league and go bowling. If you're not a member of a league, just invite some friends. Let us know if you get a turkey. Use hashtag US Bowling League Day to post on social media. So 12 strikes in a row. Called bowling has many terms to describe consecutive strikes. Like the term turkey for 3 strikes, when a bowler achieves a perfect game by bowling 12 strikes in a row, it is called the Thanksgiving turkey. Even though Thanksgiving is another long 2.5 months from here. While many of the terms surround holiday food like turkey and ham, not all of them do. For example, 5 consecutive strikes might be called a Yahtzee, ham bone, brat, front string. For 5 consecutive strikes at the beginning of the game, sombrero or highball. Is bowling in decline? It depends on where you look. While league and alley numbers are declining, the sport is always evolving. Bowling alleys that keep pace with trends and demands of their community continue to survive and thrive. And yet, more than 67 million people bowl in the United States every year, according to Bowl.com. So that is what we know about bowling here on this Wednesday night. So here are our famous people who were born on this day, Wednesday, September 3rd. Today, movie actor Jack Dylan Grazer turns 26. Today, movie actor Jack Dylan Grazer turns 22. R&B singer August Alsina turns 33. Guitarist Adam Jones turns 23. TV actor Charlie Sheen turns 60. Country singer Julia Cole turns 32. Guitarist Christian Anthony turns 28. Snowboarder Shaun White turns 39. Pop singer Owen Mai turns 39. Movie actress Ashley Boxer turns 25. Movie actor Garrett Hedlund turns 41. TV actor Steve Schirripa turns 68. And comedian Maria Bamford turns 55. Those are following famous people who were born on this day, Wednesday, September 3rd. Let's start focusing on your weather. And I'm not sure if the rain has surprised. I'm not sure if the rain has caught you by surprise early this morning, but for some of you it did, and for others it did not. But we actually have received quite a bit of rain, especially during the early morning, especially during the early morning hours of this day. And it looks like that we could have a cold. We could have a so low temperatures tonight, mild low temperatures with lingering rain chances in our eastern zones. What you see to the left is lows will range from the mid-60s to around 70. And also rain chances should diminish before midnight. Any rains that we see should diminish around midnight. So, September tropical cyclone climatology. We are quickly approaching the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, which is September 10th. We are quickly approaching the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, which is September 10th. That's exactly a week from today. During September, not only does tropical cyclone development favor the tropical Atlantic, but climatology shows that the number of named storms in the Gulf is the greatest during this month. So we typically see more storms in the month that form in the month of September than any other month. September tropical cyclone climatology. Where should you watch this time of year? What does this mean? This graphic depicts where most named storms tend to occur during the month of September. While the number of named storms in the Gulf is lowered, when compared to the Atlantic, both Texas and Louisiana have seen their fair share of hurricanes during the month of September. Of course, we had Hurricane Laura as a Category 4 in Cameron, Louisiana back in 2020. This storm actually formed back in late August of 2020. And of course, we all know that Hurricane Katrina affected South New Orleans and southeast Louisiana 20 years ago. And also we have had Hurricane Ike as a Category 2 storm landing on Galveston Island, Texas, back in 2008. We all remember Hurricane Ike because we've had our fair share of tropical activity developing in September. So definitely now would be the time to pay attention to the tropics. Now would definitely be the time to pay attention to what is developing in the tropics, as the tropics could get pretty active. And of course, we see a number of named storms in our corner of the state, Northwest Louisiana. We see about 10 to 29 named storms associated with landfall in our neck of the woods in the month of September. So this is something we have to pay very close attention to. Now here are your averages and records for this Wednesday, September 3rd. Our normal high is 90. Our normal high is 93. Our normal low is 71. 109 is a record high set on this day back in 2000. 57 is a record low set on this day back in 1974. Excuse me. We are not under any advisories, watches, or warnings here on this Wednesday night. Only we're under an air quality alert across portions of north central Texas. Elsewhere, we're not under an advisory, watch, or warning. And we're all quiet here on the Shreveport radar here on this Wednesday night. We're not receiving a drop of rain here on this Wednesday night. We're all quiet, but things were totally a different story at the start of this day, when we have started this day. Things were totally a different story when we have started this day with the moderate to heavy downpours, along with a few rumbles of thunder heard at times. And of course, we're seeing a few showers developing in portions of northeast Oklahoma, south to south central Missouri, along southwestern Indiana, northeast Tennessee, and the portions of central and central Mississippi. That's the only spot you're gonna find any rain here on this Wednesday night. Now today we have seen. Unlike of course we start this day off with like some of us. Well, we actually did receive some rain thanks to a weak frontal system coming through. That will give us some rain to start the month of September. And now the most of the rains we saw during the day was like especially during the morning hours. But the rains have since dissipated. We've been left with partly the mostly cloudy skies. We warmed to a high temperature. Our high temperature, we've seen a mix of clouds and sunshine throughout the day once the rains have departed. Our high temperature today was 92 degrees. So we were, and compared to the normal high of 93, we're about a degree below normal. So today our high was 92. That's about a degree below the normal high, which is 93. 74 was our low temperature this morning, compared to the normal low of 71. So we're about 3 degrees above normal. So all in all, we've had a regular seasonal day overall. And we actually received 0.88 inches of rain at the regional airport. We have actually picked up some rain. So I will confirm tomorrow to see if that's actually how much we totaled. So again, our high temperature today was 92 degrees. So it turned out to be a rather seasonally warm day for us, despite the heavy rains. And then of course we were able to dry out towards the afternoon and the evening hours. Temperature outside here on this Wednesday night is 75 degrees with clear skies. Humidity is 83%. Dew point is 70 degrees. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure is at 29.88 inches of mercury, and visibility is at 10 miles. So we are all quiet right now. Hot temperatures in the northwest U.S. Tropical rainfall potential in the southwest U.S. Hot to extremely hot temperatures are in place again Thursday across the interior northwest U.S. A combination of monsoonal moisture and tropical moisture ahead of Tropical Cyclone Lorena will bring a marginal to slight risk of excessive rainfall across the southwest U.S. through Saturday, which may bring areas of flooding. So far, right now, we're seeing 2 active storms in the eastern Pacific, and of course, one of these is Lorena, which may have potential to reach in the U.S. mainland within the southwestern U.S. within the next few days. But other than that, the tropics in the east, the tropics in the Atlantic and the Gulf, are relatively quiet at the moment. But that could change, as we could be dealing with multiple tropical waves in the coming couple of weeks. So tonight with clear skies, we should bottom at 69 degrees. So tonight we're expecting a seasonally mild. We should be expecting a seasonally mild night for us overnight tonight, as we bottom out at 69 degrees with the light west southwest wind, and we're not expecting any rain on this Wednesday night. So we're expecting seasonally mild temperatures for your Wednesday night. Now tomorrow, going into your Thursday, it would be so tomorrow should get warmer than today. We're expecting a high temperature of 96 degrees with it'll be a very warm with plenty of. It will be a very warm day for us tomorrow as we go into your Thursday, with the high temperature of 96 degrees with the southwest wind at 6 miles per hour, and we are not expecting any rain. So we're not expecting any rain here tomorrow as we go into your Thursday. So we're expecting quiet. So tomorrow we shouldn't, unlike what we saw today. So tomorrow should be warm. Compared to what we saw today, tomorrow should be warmer and drier. So we're gonna get a bit of taste. We're gonna get a bit of taste of summer, and then of course we'll be talking about the weekend cold front that's likely to come through. So expect skies to be clear during overnight hours. Temperatures mostly in the low 70s. We'll start out tomorrow morning with clear skies, the temperature of 69 degrees. And so we will start out tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. with clear skies. We should be at 69 degrees. And don't forget, sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:52 a.m. 9 a.m. tomorrow with sunshine, we should be at 77 degrees. Noon tomorrow with sunshine, we should be at 88 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with sunshine, we should be at 94 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with sunshine, we should be at 93 degrees. And 9 p.m. tomorrow night, and sunset will occur at 7:35 p.m. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with clear skies, so we should be at 84 degrees. So we are expecting warmer and drier conditions going into your Thursday. So temperatures have been Now, we actually saw temperatures close. We actually had a high temperature in the low 90s earlier today, and tomorrow we should be in the mid 90s. So we're gonna get a dose of summer heat. So we're expecting warmer and drier conditions tomorrow, going to your Thursday, compared to what we had experienced, what we had seen today. So we actually started off with a weak little disturbance. From about that, that's what brought us the heavy rain. So rainfall total is close to an inch in some, actually greater than an inch in some spots. Had received quite a bit of rain. So we've seen periods of off and on rain throughout the day. And of course, afternoon turned out to experience drier conditions with partly mostly cloudy skies. So that's how and we are dry right now. So let's see what the next 7 and 10 days are looking like for us. After a low temperature tonight of 69 degrees, of course, skies will be clear. After a seasonally mild start to your Thursday, which is tomorrow, we're not going to venture into the latter part of the week. Now tomorrow, going to your Thursday, it will be a very warm day for us with plenty of sunshine. High of 96, low of 75. But the feels like temperature of 99 degrees. Winds will be from the southwest at 6 miles per hour. No rains expected. Friday, of course, expect partly and mostly cloudy. So for your Friday, expect partly and mostly cloudy skies. With still very warm temperatures. Expect partly and mostly cloudy skies as we go into your Friday. High of 96, low of 73. Winds will be from the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. It feels like temperature 101. So again, for your Friday, expect partly and mostly cloudy skies. High of 96, low of 73. Feels like temperature 101. Winds will be from the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Now Saturday was going to be watching a front come. That would give us some chances of rain as we go into your Saturday. It would be partly cloudy and humid with it. It would be partly cloudy and humid with a chance of showers and thunderstorms possible. High of 86, low of 69. Winds will be from the north at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Sunday, expect partly mostly cloudy skies with a chance of showers and thunderstorms possible. High of 81, low of 65. Winds will be from the northeast at 8 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. And of course, we go into your Monday. It will be a pleasant day for us with mostly sunny skies. As we start next week, high of 82, low of 60. It'll be nice. Looking at nice temperatures to start next week. Winds will be from the northeast at 8 miles per hour and no rains expected. And also going to your Tuesday, expect mostly cloudy skies with the high of 86, low of 65. Winds will be from the northeast at 7 miles per hour and have a 10% rain chance. And it looks like expect partly cloudy skies with a couple showers possible. High of 90, low of 69. Winds will be from the northeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. And it looks like, and of course we'll settle into drier conditions toward a lot of. We should be settling into drier conditions with seasonal temperatures, with near to slightly below normal temperatures towards the end of next week. This would be for next Thursday, which is the 11th. Expect mostly sunny skies with highs in the low 90s and no rains expected. Next Friday, which is the 12th, expect highs to be in the mid to upper 80s and no rain expected. And of course, as of right now, next Friday and Saturday are looking at slightly below normal temperatures. Highs should be for next Friday, which is the 12th. Expect highs to reach the mid to upper 80s with no rain expected. And next Saturday, which is the 13th, expect most sunny skies with highs reaching the upper 80s and no rain is expected. So as of right now, we should have a drier conclusion to the end of next week. But the estimated rainfall amounts between now and the middle of next week, we're not expecting. We're only expecting rainfall totals to be not more than 2/10 of an inch. Between 1 to 2/10 of an inch of rain. So not much rain is expected. We had quite a bit of rain earlier this morning, but it doesn't look like that we're going to see far too much on rainfall. So rainfall total should be fairly light, well under, should be total between 1 to 2, close to a little over a tenth of an inch, 1 to 2 tenths of an inch of rain between now and the middle of next week. And it looks like the warmest days we'll see out the next several days happen to be both tomorrow, which is Thursday, and Friday. And of course, we'll get into a pattern of below normal of milder conditions beginning the weekend. And these run of mild temperatures will carry us into the middle of next week. So it looks like the warmest days. So it looks like the potential. Of course, so we're going to be experiencing very warm days for both tomorrow, which is Thursday, and Friday. Expect highs to reach the mid-90s for both days. For both tomorrow, which is Thursday, and Friday. And then we'll be watching a cold front coming through on Saturday that will lower our high temperatures to well below normal. We should have highs only in the low 80s for Saturday. And of course, we get so again, both tomorrow and Friday are looking to be the warmest out the next several days, with highs reaching with highs reaching the mid-90s each day. Then we're going to be talking about your weekend. What weather change that will begin this weekend, with the highs reaching the mid-80s for Saturday. Of course, it gets even lower than with highs in low 80s and lows in the mid-60s for Sunday. Highs only in the low 80s for Sunday. Then, of course, we should stay in the low 80s for Monday. And of course, low temperature 60 degrees. That would be the coolest we've seen. And of course, we could see some areas could see some upper 50s. Early next week. We should be in the low 60s. The very nice and pleasant temperatures as we start next week. That will be ahead of our next disturbance, which comes to us toward the middle of next week. We'll warm to the mid-80s by Tuesday. By Wednesday, we should be close to 90. To be in the low 90s. So we have a couple days of above normal temperatures, and then we'll settle into a milder weather pattern as we go into the upcoming weekend, as well as into the first half of next week, with lows in the 60s and highs in the 80s and potential. And of course, we're going to be on a warming trend. And of course, we're going to see high temperatures only topping out close to 90 toward the middle of next week. 90 rain chances. No rain expected tomorrow. I only have a 10% for Friday, 40% for Saturday, 30% for Sunday. We dry out. We take a break and we dry out for Monday. Monday's looking dry with no rain expected. I have a 10% chance for Tuesday, 30% chance by Wednesday toward the middle of next week. So the hottest temperatures we'll see this week will be both tomorrow, both. So get through our taste of summer-like temperatures to be felt across the area for both tomorrow, which is Thursday, and Friday. Then we'll get into a cool down with well below normal readings. It's beginning Saturday, and highs going to be in the low 80s for Sunday and Monday. Then we start a slowly warming trend as we go towards the middle of next week. That will be, and have our nexus now could bring us our next best chance of rain. And of course, tomorrow will be the day that we've all waited for, the start to the upcoming football season, which begins tomorrow night at 7:20 p.m. That's between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And on YouTube, it will have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. So tomorrow night at 7:20 p.m. on NBC. Now the 2025 NFL season officially begins tomorrow night at 7:20 p.m. between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles on NBC. And also on Friday on YouTube. This game will be available on YouTube, and it starts at 7 p.m. This will be between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. And of course on Sunday at noon, we have the New Orleans Saints will have their season opener as they host the Arizona Cardinals. This game will begin Sunday at noon on CBS when the New Orleans Saints have their season opener as they host the Arizona Cardinals. And this Sunday's Sunday night football matchup will feature the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills at 7:20 p.m. on NBC. And also Monday Night Football feature will be between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bulls. This game will be airing at 7:15 p.m. on ABC. So again, we're looking forward to the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles matchup tomorrow night, 7:20 p.m. on NBC. Now, here's a preview of your selected NFL college football. And of course, the ninth-ranked LSU, which is now 1-0. So again, here's a preview of some of your selected college football matchups this Saturday. So the Kentucky, this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. on ABC, number 20 ranked Ole Miss will face the Kentucky Wildcats. And also this coming Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. we'll have the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. LSU will have their first game of the season at home as they host the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. This game will begin at 6:30 p.m. on the SEC Network between Louisiana Tech and third-ranked LSU. Both teams are 1-0. And of course, Saturday night, Alabama will be home to host the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks at 6:45 p.m. on this. So on SEC, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs will face third-ranked LSU. Right now, I'm shooting for 2-0 for this season. So this coming Saturday, the LSU will be at home. Third-ranked LSU will be home to host the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. And also, tomorrow night, the Dallas Cowboys are on the road to face the Philadelphia Eagles. Saturday, third-ranked LSU will be home to host the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. That game will be playing Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. on ACC. And on Sunday at noon, the New Orleans Saints will be having their first game of the season at home as they host the Arizona Cardinals. Those are some of the selected NFL and college football to look forward to. So football season is definitely getting underway, and looking forward to an exciting season for the Cowboys tomorrow as they're on the road to face the Philadelphia Eagles. LSU will be at home to host Louisiana Tech. And of course, on Sunday at noon, the New Orleans Saints will be home to host the Arizona Cardinals. And of course, I'll have more on what to expect for your end of the week forecast, end of the week weather, as well as the start of the weekend, as well as another preview of your weekend weather. Good evening to you, Chastity. How are you doing on this Wednesday night? How was your day today? I'll have a preview of what to expect for your Friday and for the weekend. How was your day today, Chastity? What to expect for your weekend, along with the rain chances for the weekend, and what next week is looking like with the milder temperatures. So definitely excited for the first of the football games this season. Well, that will be all that I have for you guys here on this Wednesday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.